So
you that's pressure, Destiny. You are a little bitch.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
I really like that. Like, whoa, hold on. No. I just think it's.
I want to talk about the LSF thread that talked about Jenna sexually assaulting a friend, quote unquote. That's what the title of the LSF. It went really high up on LSF. There was a clip associated with it. Has everybody seen the clip? I think we should watch it again just for reference to talk about the. I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna watch the clip just again for reference because the topic isn't about. Well, let's just watch the clip real quick. I want to watch the clip real fast, and then this should be a decently short topic. But let's see. All right, there it is. Right, where is it?
I think just for you should show the other clip as well. That just
yes. No. So the clip's not whether I know what you're thinking. Let's just play the clip real quick, and I'll play it. 1 second.
6 full months of the friend zone. Know me. One day I just got a crush on him, and I don't know why. And I ended up kissing him randomly. And then he looked at me when I was trying to make out with him, and he said, "This is weird," and denied me. To which I then went on to roast him for 20 minutes straight about how I was going to go to my live stream and tell everyone that I tried to kiss him, and he told me, "This is weird." To where he then went on to kiss me, and I got my way.
Wow.
So,
oh my God.
6 full months of the friend zone.
Look.
One day I just got a crush on him, and I don't know why.
So the clip that you just saw, they tied it into. Is it then they called it admitting sexual assault on stream. Do you think it's even reasonable to call this sexual assault? She later explained, by the way, later down the line, she explained that and had the guy come on, and they explained that evidently it was more clear. Knut, I think you have a little bit more detail on this. That
I don't have that much detail, but I will say. I think she worded herself really bad in that clip compared to what actually happened, of what I've heard. Like when you just see that clip, it sounds like she's almost forcing the guy into something that he doesn't want, but that wasn't the case.
Okay.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Mia.
I mean, even from the clip I saw, I didn't see that as sexual assault. I saw it as like passion. You have to make a move. You don't have to ask, "Oh, can I kiss you?" if you're feeling something, you know. But obviously they're friends. They're hanging out.
You know what?
Oh, Jenna.
Hi, Jenna.
What?
Jenna.
Yes, it is me, and I'm here to call you out on your bullshit.
Wait, hold on. Wait, for what
Because
bullshit?
you guys are discussing a clip that's completely out of context.
That's where, Jenna.
But that's what I said.
What we just talked about.
That was 100%.
We just talked about how it was out of context and how you cleared it up. The topic here is about whether it's reasonable to even call this sexual assault at all. It's not about whether it was sexual assault.
I was seeing the guy for 6 months, and he was my best friend. He had made moves on me prior. I denied his moves. And if you actually look at the context, I didn't even bug him for 20 minutes. He even said on my stream it was about 10 seconds, and he came over and
people think this is scripted. We didn't script this at all. No, I swear to God.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, why would you say you're seeing the guy but then say you're not dating him? That means you're not seeing him, right?
Because
Or does that mean something different?
And I just got out of an abusive household when I was 17. And
none of that changes the fact that you're not seeing him, right? You're not dating him.
Well, all right. Sorry, Destiny. I had a best friend who wasn't making moves on me because he respected me. God forbid.
Wait, that's not bad. I'm just saying that you don't say you're seeing somebody if you're not dating them. That's not seeing somebody.
Then all right, there you go. Then I wasn't seeing him. I just had sleepovers with him every single day. And he was my best friend for over 6 months, and we would cuddle and play RuneScape until 5 a.m. together every night.
Jenna, the whole topic wasn't to lead people into you sexually assaulted this guy. It was more of the second. If you go down my line of questioning here, it says what can be done about LSF hating women. That was it wasn't about
Okay, well, I got a message saying to get on Rajj because you guys are discussing this and slandering me. So
oh my God! Why do you listen to messages from people?
Jenna, if you go back in the VOD and listen to what I said, were actually here that I was saying the
Oh,
opposite.
thank you, Canute.
We had.
I was saying you might. Okay, I'll repeat. I'll repeat what I said. This clip is taken a bit out of context, and just this clip, you might be wording yourself a bit bad because it.
Oh no, I definitely was. It's like lacking a ton of content.
Yeah, so why? This is what I don't understand. I've had conversations with other streamers about this. Why does everybody jump to conclusions and just like take action right away and like have no like without actually understanding like the full scope of what's happening? Usually, if you just like sit back and like you actually look at it and then you watch it or whatever, then you can make a more informed decision on how you're going to react. A lot of like you can't just jump to conclusions, Jenna. Like we're just
I think like
sitting here
jumping to
smiling.
conclusions and like taking action really hard is like really shitty. But I think it's pretty shitty also to make somebody feel like shit because they won't kiss you. That seems a little weird.
I
but
didn't make him feel like shit.
when you
Like,
say
I
things like
texted
"I'm gonna
him
go on
and
stream
he
and
knows
make
me
fun of you to
yesterday.
everybody," like that's kind of the point is
I
to make them
think
feel
that
bad for
I
rejecting
had
you, right?
20 viewers, Destiny, and they were all his friends, and I was 17. He was a viewer in my community himself. All those viewers that were back in my community back then are all in my community now. They're all in the Discord. They all hang out together. He hangs out with them. We were a friend group.
If anything, that makes it even worse then because you're
Equivalent
roasting
going
in
to
front
your
of her.
Facebook high school friend group and being like, "Oh my god, so and so didn't kiss me." Wah. They all knew we were a thing. We had done streams together prior. There's a
Yeah, that
clip
makes
from
sense.
2016 of us streaming together.
Okay.
Even from the clip, it doesn't. It's not sexual harassment.
Well, that's what we were going to have the discussion
He
about.
was
But
in my bed, and
Well.
he had made moves on me prior. How is it? And we didn't even have sex.
Okay,
with him.
fuck,
it was
holy shit.
probably
I don't want to,
also
wait.
like
I don't want to go bad on this, but like,
I
this is a really good example of having like no concept of like how consent are informed. Just because somebody was in your bed prior doesn't mean it's okay to like push really hard. Like all of these excuses are excuses
I
guys
didn't
use
push
to like
very
rape
hard.
women.
I just said that I was.
No,
I
but, like,
rolled
ev-
over and
no,
just
no.
said that I was gonna tell stream because I was.
Sure, but I'm
being
just saying like
crazy
literally
because I'm a
every
bitch,
single thing,
Destiny.
every single thing you just said has nothing to do with whether or not you were like putting pressure on a guy. Like, oh well, he was in my bed earlier, so I should be able to do
Dude,
something.
he'd made
Oh well, it
moves
was just
on
our
me
friends and we
prior.
made fun of him. Like,
Do you
Like
want
a
me to get
playful
this
thing
guy
with
on stream
making
right now and you can
each
talk to him,
other.
Destiny? And you can talk to him about how I pressured him? Go ahead.
wait, why did I get?
wait, Destiny, what? Hello?
He's
Mike,
gonna
Mike?
move down.
Wait, he got moved
Move
down?
back
Am
up.
I supposed? Who keeps moving me? Am I supposed to?
I don't know. I
No,
moved you
nobody's
back up.
supposed to be moving you. Who the hell is moving you? They're gonna lose their. Oh, Greek probably. I don't know. Maybe
Destiny,
I don't know.
if you'd like, I
Or
can
Goolsby
literally
or
get
Doc.
this guy on stream and you can talk to him about how I pressured him and it's unfair to him, and then he'll start laughing at you.
That doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that are like kind of assaulted or kind of raped, and they end up like liking the person, so they
I've
didn't think it was a big
literally been
deal.
assaulted, and this is completely different. I've been assaulted multiple times, Destiny. Multiple
That's
times.
great, but
I
not
had
every
a
assault
noise
is the same
streamer
way. Wait,
while I
wait,
was
hold on, wait. Just
crying
because
tell me
that doesn't
me
matter.
saying no
I don't
didn't
care.
matter.
I don't
Destiny,
care.
I'm very aware of sexual assault, and you're making me
Clearly you're
fucking judge
not.
this.
Maybe you didn't learn enough about it after your own experience. I don't know. But no, just
Okay,
because
so
you've
you're
been
saying
sexually
when
assaulted.
my first kiss with a boy after we'd previously kissed before this teenage drama is sexual assault? What are you fucking
I'm not saying
12, Destiny?
I'm not saying. I'm gonna make somebody cry. We keep this up, Rush. Keep going. I don't want to do this right now.
I think it's like she's having her personal experience and we're kind of parsing words and reasons, right?
Absolutely not. What she described was rapey behavior. Now, was it actually sexual assault or something? No, of course not. But that, like, if you don't kiss me right now, I'm gonna go make fun of you in front of all of our friends. Like, that's like really gross behavior.
6 months
Like,
was rapey behavior because I
I
wasn't
don't care
ready.
about anything that happened in the last 6 months. It doesn't change a particular encounter. Like, you guys weren't
Dude, it's
dating.
normal
You didn't have pre-existing
encounters.
sexual relationships. Like,
These are normal encounters. Kids have awkward first kisses.
Yeah,
Destiny,
I think that
this
they
is
had a
life.
playful relationship, and at 17, she's a completely different person, and they had a very close relationship. She's saying.
It was cleared
I
out.
They
don't
used
think
to
that it
roast
was-
each other all the
I
time.
think it's
like,
cleared up,
You
yeah.
act like this guy is just some sort of like little bitch. He was raping me all the
see,
time.
this talk is so fucking
Okay.
toxic. If he was a real man, he would have just said
He's my
no,
best
blah blah.
friend
This
to
is
this
so
day.
toxic. Oh fuck, Rush. I'm so chill right now.
But
I had such a
Destiny,
good
men
experience
doesn't
last night.
get harassed.
I don't want to lose this.
Destiny,
Oh
men
my
doesn't
God.
get harassed. You said that earlier.
What?
So-
Men can't be harassed. You said that earlier. It's
I
just-
never
we-
said that. I said that you don't
Yeah,
typically
you-
on Twitch get harassed for just being a man. There is a lot
No,
of
you said
opportunities.
that. You said if they were told the same things, it's not the same way of harassment against men that it is against women.
On
You said
Twitch, in a male-dominated environment where men are expected to play video games, you don't typically get harassed for being male. But there are experiences in the real world outside of video games where, yeah, you can face some sorts of pressures for being a man, like the inability to show, emotions, or saying like, "Hey, well, she didn't sexually assault me. I'm a guy. That can't happen." Of course, that happens in real life.
We respond.
He had made moves on me prior. He even admitted on stream that he wanted me to kiss him. And the only reason why he said this is weird, he didn't even say no or to stop. He said was because he thought he was friend zoned and he was surprised and he wanted to kiss me. We in fact even kissed prior. He'd given me soup before because I was sick, and I'd give him a kiss on the lips as a thank you. We had never made out prior.
Cute.
You're making this scenario, Destiny, so much worse than it actually is just because of a clip and my terrible wording.
Well,
and by the way, everyone's saying rape and throwing out rape.
Well,
I wouldn't say it's rape. I'm not saying it's rape.
I was a virgin, and nothing sexual happened that night. The only thing that happened that night is we kissed as teenagers.
Jenna, I think he did say it wasn't sexual assault. I think what he's saying.
No, I wouldn't know if I'd call it sexual assault or whatever. The behavior is just like really like I don't think it's very good. But I mean, it's not like you raped somebody or like I don't know. I wouldn't go that extreme, but like.
And we're glad it turned out well and everything's okay.
No.
Well, okay.
Hold on, no. Oh my god, wait. No. Oh my god, hold on.
Now it's triggered.
No. Stop.
Is gonna be my focus is gonna be de-escalation with the human being who is dealing with this on a huge fucking platform, right? Who's obviously fucking heated. And then talk about the theoretical issues that affect men versus women in this issue and how we treat men differently in this situation. And yes, I absolutely agree that this is being handled poorly. But I just think maybe we don't push people to these weird limits like this, especially when they're talking about fucking sexual assault and whether or not they sexually assaulted someone, right?
Sure, but Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Finished, Eva. Are you finished?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's this huge platform, and you're putting someone in this very like uncomfortable area. You might not necessarily be, but how is this going to be eaten up by chat?
If somebody else is uncomfortable with an issue, I don't care. My responsibility is to my audience that's going to listen to the message I put out, or the thousands of people listening, over another individual's comfort. Okay. I disagree with your characterization, the idea that if things turned out okay, then it's fine, because there are, whether or not we want to admit it, whether or not it's not politically correct to say it, there are people who encounter men that get rapey with them, but afterwards they're kind of okay with it because they had a fun time. That doesn't make the prior thing okay.
I wasn't rapey with him at all.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Eva's characterization.
Yeah, I think a kiss isn't considered rapey.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying a kiss is rape. I'm just saying that Eva's statement that it turned out okay, so it's okay. I reject that characterization wholesale.
Okay.
Okay, I agree with that. Thank you.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get this straight, because I think, Jenna, you're fighting Destiny on something that I don't think he's even necessarily saying. I think what Destiny's trying to say is, in your particular instance and situation, it wasn't sexual assault, right? Is that what you said, Destiny? You don't.
I wouldn't call it
exactly.
Sexual assault.
Okay, right.
No.
And Jenna, you're thinking, but he just may have some some problems with how you're. The things that you're saying and generalizing across all situations. Is that correct, Destiny? Would that be an accurate
Yeah, when you say things like, oh, well, I was on his bed earlier, so it's okay.
Situations, it's different, but there's a lot of context here.
But I think what the problem that Destiny has is just because, like, you're making all these assumptions. In your particular, like, situation, it's probably, it's fine, it works, right, with your particular situation, but it's not necessarily consistent across all situations. So you're defending yourself as if he's attacking you personally, but he's attacking, like, your rhetoric, like, across the board. Right? That's what he's talking about. He's not saying your particular situation. He just doesn't agree with the rhetoric that you're using. Is that correct, Destiny? Am I?
Kinda. Well, no, I disagree with the specifics given.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I was trying to de-escalate it. Maybe it didn't work. Well, I don't know.
Pressuring people into like doing things sexually or whatever, even if it's as a joke, I don't think
anything sexual with him. It was a kiss.
Okay, pressuring people into physical things, even as a joke, I just don't think that's very cool.
Well, okay. I didn't pressure him. I just said I would tell stream, and it was about 10 seconds later he kissed me.
So you
that's pressure, Destiny. You are a little bitch.
Whoa. Okay. Well, then
I really like that. Like, whoa, hold on. No. I just think it's funny. I just think it's really funny that all these guys like.
Roasting joke towards my best friend.
No one is. Oh my god.
Destiny here actually have to say a fucking bad take, but it would be easier defending your point if the roles were reversed.
Well, no shit. But the sad thing is, no. But and this is why it pisses me off so much when you guys. This is why it pisses me off when you guys like rail against like feminism and shit so much. Like people will sit here and like you like Canute. You're not saying fuck all, but then when you talk about things like, oh well, men have problems in society or men's rights, blah blah blah. This is one of those things. The idea that a guy could be pressured into a sexual situation he's not uncomfortable with, but because he's a guy, it's expected to always be okay with it. That is bullshit. The idea that it turned out okay makes it bullshit. The idea that you were just joking when I pressured him into it, I just said that as a joke. Rapey guys use that all the fucking time to get girls to do shit that they're not comfortable with. But it's okay when Jenna says it because she's a little girl and it's just a joke or whatever. I think that's bullshit. And I think anybody talks about men's rights or any of that shit should also say that's bullshit.
Destiny, do you want to talk to the guy?
I don't give a fuck what the guy says. I don't need his opinion on it. No, I don't need his opinion on it. I don't care if he likes it. I don't care if you're dinner. I don't care if you get fucking married and have 32 fucking kids. That's great. Doesn't change the fact that in the original situation, I think the behavior is pretty scumbaggy.
Okay, so you think, in your case, you think it's scumbaggy, but it wasn't actually scumbaggy because there's context in a relationship between the two of us. And so you're getting offended by my behavior that has nothing to do with you or any other situation, which in other situations, it could be bad. I do agree. But in this particular one, it is not. So you do not care about context. You do not care about anything else. You just want to be offended.
It's not about being offended.
No, you want to be offended. That's what it is, Destiny.
What? Do you know who you're talking to? I feel like you have no fucking idea who I am or what my history is here. It's not about me being offended. It's the idea that there is a platform where a lot of people listen to me, and I like to make sure that my messaging is responsible. So when you come on and you give a lot of takes that are pretty similar to guys that rape women, I want to make sure that people know, hey, by the way, I don't think this is cool. Maybe in your very ultra particular circumstance, you could ignore like a lot of the red flags that make you look like a fucking rapist. But in this case, I like to let people know, like, hey,
how does it make me look like a rapist? How are you talking?
Jenna, the clip we saw.
Rape around.
The clip that is made.
Be offended.
Jenna, listen. The clip that is made seems fucking bad, even though I can understand from hearing all the context. If we add all the context, if we know the whole story, it might be something different. Yes, but in that clip, and that clip is what Destiny actually is commenting on, it sounds fucking bad.
I agree.
That's what it is. And
no one
I think we all can agree about
behind it.
We know that you didn't rape the guy or anything, but that's not the point.
I love everybody on the show. I love all of you so much.
Have we figured it out? Are we all good?
We figured out we love each other.
I love all of you guys, but
are we all good, Jenna?
Bantering with you as well.
Look, Jenna, if this was like some sort of witch hunting, I think
it seems like a witch hunt, honestly.
Why?
Because
somebody's saying bad things about her.
Entirely innocent.
We were talking, but that wasn't the intent. Hold on, do you not have an?
I've specifically said multiple times that I don't think it was a rape or sexual assault. How many times have I said that? Wait, can we count it? Can we go back to the bot and count?
Jenna, that's where we were getting to. It was with the cast that we had, we knew what the response was going to be. It was going to be what Destiny just said. It wasn't sexual assault. That's what we were trying to say.
Kind of sounds to me, Raj, like she's just looking to get offended. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me.
Really,
I think she feels attacked from a lot of people because a lot of people have been attacked.
Yeah,
that clip in itself was an attack.
The people here aren't trying to attack you, right? That's not what it's about. I mean, you came in here and started a conversation with Destiny, and it kind of went down a road that was a little bit more windy, and like we kind of went into more depth into the situation. But the surface level, what you were dealing with on LSF and whatnot was this: is it sexual assault or not? And the answer, according to Destiny, is no. I don't think
it's not my ruling on what. Don't.
Well, I know, but Canute and the cast before you got that DM from some random, I don't know who the hell right, telling you that we're slandering you on the show. If they would have actually watched, they would have understood that the entire cast had the same conclusion, and that was that it was not sexual assault. And we factored in the clip that provided more and additional context. And Canute even mentioned that people on the cast were anxious. They even interrupting me to try to make sure that everybody understood the full context of the situation. Right? So I don't really understand what you're trying to accomplish here, because that's not what we're trying to do, right? So
well,
that makes sense.
I clearly didn't have full context here. I'm pretty heated anyway on this whole subject because I'm getting really sick of being called a rapist.
Well,
and
we're
shit
not,
by
but that's not
people.
what we're trying to do. That's not what we're doing
Okay,
here.
no, I understand that now, but I got a message from someone saying
Yeah.
that was
Well,
going
you know
on. So
what?
I
Who did you
apologize.
get a message from? Let's bring him in here right now.
I'm good. I don't
Bring
really
their
want to
stupid ass in here right now. Who they're trying to stir up the drama? Who was it? Tell me who it was.
Twitch viewers,
Name and
fucking
shame.
messaging streamers.
Name and shame.
It was probably Jenna's White Knight something
It
Pussy
wasn't.
Liker
It was another
3000.
streamer,
That's
so I'll tell you
a
off stream,
nickname.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, Jenna, it's over.
Thanks,
it's not,
Raj.
What? Thanks. What? What'd I do?
So you're fucking getting me in trouble with everybody. I fucking hate you.
You didn't get in any trouble. There's no
Your
bridges
fault.
burned. You and Jenna are great
Me and
friends, right,
were
Jenna?
cool. Okay, I liked her when I met her. We had fun.
But of course, I will be a bitch to Destiny when I, he can be a bitch.
There you
Jenna,
go. Thanks,
it's
Raj.
fine.
I respect
We're
Destiny
good.
because
It
he's
isn't
protected
Raj's-
from a few terrible situations. So I
Look, believe me, Jenna, when this topic came across, we were very careful about how we approached it. I just can't believe that you would listen to some random chatter. I don't understand. Like, we were just...
I don't know. I just don't. If you want me to be completely honest, I don't trust people on Twitch, and I have.
Oh, well...
Yeah, so like I wouldn't be even shocked at this point.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing. Don't trust anybody.
I hear you.
Oh,
I
that's
hear
not a
you.
good thing.
You're right though. Don't
With
trust
how
anybody.
things
Amen,
go.
brother.
Trust anybody. Don't trust anybody. I'm telling you.
Hopefully,
Okay,
we
wrap
can
it
get
up.
Trap.
Get the vote.
Okay, let's get the vote.
Finished.
We're voting for who you want.
Call the girl a rapist?
Wait, what, Wes? What are you doing here, Wes?
He
Get
left.
out of here, Wes!
He already left.
Oh,
He just
okay, all
came
right.
in,
Okay,
said
let's
the
take a
comment.
vote. Vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. We're gonna go to a quick final, and then we'll be done. Okay? So, keep, not kick. And Jenna, honestly, I wanted to invite you on the Royale for it, but I don't think you would have accepted my invitation.
No, no.
No, she can't. You don't like the Royale, so. All right. Go ahead and vote.
Don't
Nope.
do this anymore, Raj. I hate you.
What do you mean? I didn't do any. I didn't.
You're
do you
doing
think?
this.
Do you
Yeah,
think
I
that I
really
messaged
Fuck
her?
you, Raj.
Do you think
No,
that I
he-
messaged her and
he
brought her
wanted
on?
to
Destiny.
You were like,
I saw-
you were like, Des, I got a good topic for you. Holy shit.
No.
Fuck you.
You really think
I
that
don't think he
I didn't
expected this.
No, I
yeah.
didn't expect her to come in. There's a lot of people that have
Yeah.
privileges in this Discord.
And
Jenna,
Jenna's upset.